Welcome to a presentation titled Web Mapping. At this part of the presentation, we'll have a look at how an application can be used by both people on the field and also in the office to work together in assigning and resolving service requests. So what we have here is the City of Springfield Imaginary GIS Center. From here, users can come to work and launch the application of interest. So let's say there is somebody that's on the field and they can use the reporter application on a mobile device. We'll switch over to that application. This application now is running on the geocodex viewer for HTML, and it can, as such, can be running on mobile devices such as iPhones, iPads, or Android devices. Using the workflow technology, I'll identify the location which needs to be addressed, and I'll go ahead and lodge a request. So let's say something's wrong on this on the Boston Avenue. I'll select the location on the screen or on the map, and also that will now run a workflow which will allow me to select the type of problem. So there's a pothole. I will put the name of the person on the field, his phone number, and the email. I will then go ahead and submit my request. What I will do now is we capture the location on the map, all the information, and send it back and write it directly to our ArcGIS server feature service. That means that the people in the office can now use this information to plan the day. So what I'll do now, I'll switch back to our GIS center. From here, people who work in the planning department can use this application to assign tasks. So let's have a look at the planner application. Let's go and refresh that view. So I've come to the office and I'm going to refresh my application. That will give me a map view, and in this case this is running within the geocodex viewer for Silverlight. I can quickly have a look here that this particular request that got assigned by which got reported by this person, it's available within my application. I will go ahead and use my planning tool to plan or design a worksheet. That will run a geocodex workflow which can be used to select the area of interest and do some capturing. So what are we doing now is we're going through our application, identifying what unassigned requests there are. So I will use this selection, and they will go to the server and generate a report which can be sent to somebody either in a printed form or saved to our document management system, and at the same time I can assign this report, I can assign this task. So I'll start the download of our form and also go ahead and assign this task. So let's go ahead and assign this task to somebody on the field. So having a look at the report, this is something that now can be printed, used by people on the field, so have all the information available there, and more importantly, it can be launched using this QR code from any number of mobile devices. So quite quickly we can see how the power of WebGIS can be used by people on the field and off the field or in the office to collaborate between one another. And the last bit of this is actually a person which is in the field that can be used. It can use this can use another mobile application to go ahead and resolve this. And lastly, let's have a look at a third view of our application. This is the view that can be used by people on the field to resolve the incidents. So this is an application that can run on a mobile device like an iPad or an iPhone or Android device. This particular person can now use the same approach as before. Can use a workflow that will allow them to identify an area of the screen. They've identified the pothole here. So they would like to go and identify, say, well, this problem is a pothole, but the description is that this has been fixed. And I can say, well, from a sign that's now closed. I can save this information. So now that means this data is sent directly to our feature service, and going back to our view, we can see that on the screen that's also changed. So the person in the office can refresh their view and can see that somebody has addressed the pothole. And my work for the day is done. That was all we had for this part of the presentation titled Web Mapping. Thank you.